I'm Brenda Kazire.
And I'm Nancy Hireman. We're two hospice nurses, and we're teaching you how to take care of a patient who needs to be in bed, getting out of bed, and back in. We are right now focused on how to help your patient who is able to sit and then wants to get into a wheelchair with a one-person transfer. Notice that Brenda is moving the wheelchair as close to the bed as possible. She's making sure the brakes are really locked well. We want to say that if you feel that your patient is not going to be able to help you in some way with some strength, then you need to consider whether they really should be getting into a wheelchair at this point. Maybe they're going to be safer and more comfortable just being in bed.
Yeah, so don't have an expectation that you should be able to lift this person into the wheelchair. It's when they still have some strength and they can help and follow some cues. And also finding out if they want to get into the wheelchair.
So we're going to assume that Dan wants to get into the wheelchair. He's sitting on the side of the bed, and Brenda's going to start the process by putting her foot in front of his, the one that's closest to the wheelchair. Notice her toes are pointed to the wheelchair.
And notice that I kind of scooted his foot back under his knee so that we don't want his feet out here. That's dangerous. We have to pull him right under his feet.
We want him to be able to use all of his strength.
This way he can't slide.
Straight up. Yeah.
I'm going to put my other foot here so my feet are in a T so I can bend my knees and squeeze his knee.
So that squeezing his knees gives her control, but it also gives him a good feeling of support. Somebody's got him, because this is an unusual feeling to have someone moving your body. It's scary. So if Dan is able to, you ask your patient to give you a hug as you give them a hug around their lower back.
And I have my hips out, my foot's still there. I can even grasp my hand here in the low back, and on 3 we're going to rock. 1, 2, 3. And don't be rushed. Just get nice and secure here before trying to toss him into the chair. Okay?
Just get your balance. Take a moment.
We're going to now
She's
just
going to adjust.
dance, and we're going to pivot. We're just going to do slow
little dance maneuvers,
small
back
movements.
and forth.
There you go. Now I have his back facing the chair, and I'm going to push him back, cue him to go back a little bit till the back of his legs touch the chair. Back a little bit. Okay.
Notice she's staying really close to him. She's
My
still in a
hips
nice hugging
close to his
position.
hips. Now I'm going to get that foot in there, make sure my knee is in there again. As soon as he feels the back of the legs hit the chair, it's a natural thing to want to reach for the chair. So help him reach for the chair, and then as he sits, sit down with him, bending your knees.
Nice and slow.
Okay.
Very good.
Now this is a perfect example. He's a little forward in the chair. When we set up the wheelchair, we had a sheet in here, and he can push with his legs while I pull a little bit. And that scoots his hips back comfortably into the wheelchair.
Now his bottom, he's in a really good sitting position. So now you can take him where he wants to go. He might sit there and have his lunch, but he's in a really appropriate position that's comfortable for his body. I think now that we've got him where we want him, we'll demonstrate how to put him back into the bed.
And anytime that you are transferring back into the chair, always have the draw sheet ready right in the middle of the bed, because you want his hips to sit right here in the middle of the thing. So have him lined up with the wheelchair next to the bed and the bed locked.
If he happened to sit too low in the bed, he's on top of the draw sheet. Then you're going to use the draw sheet to pull him up in bed, like we've shown in other videos, and get him into a proper position. So we're going to reverse the whole process. She's going to put her foot in a T position to brace his foot so it doesn't slip. Knee between his knees, squeezing together so they're nice and secure. His arms are going to go around her body, her neck, and she's going to hug him. He's going to lean forward if he can so that his nose is close to his knees as they rock.
Think nose over toes.
Nose
make sure
over
his feet are
toes.
under his knees.
And on the count of 3, they're going to do their
1,
standing.
2, 3. Again, stay really close.
Stay close, get your balance. Make sure that you're in good control.
Notice I'm keeping my hips close to him.
Now you're gonna dance. Same thing. He's gonna feel that and nope, time to sit down.
Okay, reach
And
back and I'll
nice
sit down with you.
gentle decline onto the bed. He's safe. And Brenda's back is in good shape. Very good.